Hey students, how are you today? I'm coming to you from our lab. It absolutely is Valentine's Day. I heard we were supposed to get some crazy weather, and so I thought, I'm just gonna come up and maybe do a little bit of a video that will help you with your task sheet this week. And just kind of talk to you a little bit about relaxers and about pH and about what I expect you guys to do on your task sheet as far as our relaxer goes. Now, I have the lovely Miss Maya with me. Here she is. And she pretty. This is the lovely Miss Maya. And Miss Maya is one of our textured hair mannequins. So textured hair mannequins are pretty expensive and they give you a good idea of what it is like to work with textured hair. Is it exactly similar? No, but it gives us a really good idea of what it's like to work with some textured hair and really super curly hair clients. So we have a few of these Miss Mayas, and we have Miss Alicia back there and a couple of other mannequins that you guys are welcome to use for your relaxer portion. I didn't put these in your kit just because there is kind of a limited amount of services that we can do. So I would rather have Apollo purchase these, and we have them as our mannequins, and you guys can work on them all year. And that way you guys have different mannequins you can kind of go home and cut. Cutting textured hair is very difficult, and so it really does take a lot to master that. And so for you guys to have textured hair dolls, I don't know is the best for your kit. They're going to be working with tons, but we always have lots of them here, and if we ever need more, I can get some more in. So that's kind of why I don't include these in your kit, because they are expensive, and we'd like to keep the kit costs down, but we also have them here for you guys to do all those fun things like relaxers, curl reform, any of our braiding techniques. It's fun to get our textured hair dolls out and work with them. So Miss Maya, say goodbye. She is gonna go over here. So what I want you to do this week, you guys, is get into groups of 4, okay? I don't want you to have to relax a whole head, but I would love 4 of you to work on one doll. What we use is called K-Curl. We get it from Mariana. It is a relaxer. It's a doll relaxer. Can you use it on humans? Sure you can. There's something that says that you can't, but this is kind of a very basic relaxer. It is a no base relaxer. So it's not a relaxer that you need to go on and put a base cream on because of the pH is so strong that it could actually burn the client's scalp. This is relatively safe. We just want to keep it that 1/4 inch off of the scalp for our dollies and our clients so we can practice good technique and good form. But speaking of pH, just to review, some of my seniors are probably over talking about pH, but for some of my juniors, we're talking about the pH scale, so potential hydrogen. And when we're working with our chemicals, we need to remember the pH scale. It goes from 0 to 14. Anything that is from 0 to 6.9 is going to be acidic. Neutral is 7, and anything 7.1 to 14 is going to be alkaline or basic. And when we're working with these products, we need to make sure that we are wearing gloves. Our skin, our hair, our nails, as we know, are 4.5 to 5.5 on the pH scale. So they're slightly acidic. And then when we're working with our facial products, those tend to be more on the acid range. When we are working with any kind of chemical texture products, those tend to be more on the alkaline range, because to break those bonds down in our hair, we really do need some alkalinity. We do have true acid waves, but we usually don't use those on our clients because the curl just doesn't stay quite as well. So these relaxers are going to straighten the hair. Are they going to completely straighten the hair? No. Are they going to straighten the hair for all eternity? No, but it will relax that curl. So I never guarantee that there's going to be a complete straightening, but it's definitely going to relax the curl and make it a little easier for our client. One thing that is really nice about this product that we get from Mariana is that it is 100% ready to go. We don't have to do anything else before we use this product. So again, like every product that we have, we're going to always read the manufacturer's directions. So I'm going to be your little cheat sheet here, and we're going to go through it together. So with our K-Curl, you're going to wear gloves. Always wear gloves whenever we're working with chemicals. We're going to always wear gloves, and you're going to divide the hair into 4 sections, okay? So you're going to take Miss Maya over here, and you're going to part her off in 4 sections. In our profile parting, which is our nose to nape parting, and then a radial parting, which is ear to ear, are just standard for part sectioning that you guys have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of time, okay? It's gonna look a lot like your head when we do the chemical service head for State Board, but you're gonna part her off in 4 areas. What I want you to do is apply protective cream, okay? We have these little jars of protective cream. They're pretty much Vaseline, and I want you to get into a good habit of protecting your client's hairline when you're doing any kind of a color service or a relaxer service. Obviously for perms, we have to do that too. But it's just good practice, because a lot of times when we're doing our clients, if they've got darker colors and we don't put the protective cream on, we're scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, trying to get that color off. And it's just nice to do to kind of make sure that that skin right around the scalp that may come into contact with the product is has a little bit of a barrier. You might hear it called barrier cream also. We usually just call it protective cream here. So after she's divided into 4 sections, you're going to try to start a timer that is, you want to kind of have it between 15 and 20 minutes, okay? Why? Why do we want it between 15 and 20 minutes? I feel like these directions are if we were going to do it on a person. Our dolls, as we know, with lightning and everything else, they take a whole lot longer. So I want you to practice getting product on, especially because you're just doing 1 section in 15 to 20 minutes. And I want you to use what we use for State Board as far as that relaxer quadrant, this virgin relaxer quadrant. So what I want you to do is take the product and I want you to put it on the hair strand starting from the bottom of the section. It's way easier with relaxers to start at the bottom, get that coated in product, and just bring another piece down instead of flopping that up, and then you have the potential of taking relaxer over to this side and it just gets really super messy. So I'd like you to start at the bottom of the section. So you're gonna start at that bottom section and you're going to take a slice of hair, a pretty fine slice of hair, and you're going to take your product with that is in your tint bowl. So I've got my tint bowl and my comb, or my brush, and you're going to put the product just 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch away from the scalp and work it down and leave about 1 inch of the ends out, okay? We're going to pretend like she's got really porous ends and we don't want to fry those ends of her hair. So I want you to go ahead and take that again from 1/4 to 1/2 inch off of the scalp and run it all the way through to those ends. Once you have done that, I want you to take more of your product, move it up just a smidgen, and smooth those sections. So you're gonna take a little more of your product out with your brush, move it up to just off of the scalp, apply and smooth with your fingers or the back of your comb, kind of taking the end of your comb and smoothing that out, and then working to your next section, bringing down another slice, adding a little bit more product and smoothing it out, okay? Like the directions say, this should take about 15 to 20 minutes. I want you to practice that because thinking about doing this on people, we want to make sure that we get our timing down, because we don't want relaxer sitting on the hair too long. If it's been on in one section and then you get to this section, it just could kind of be a nightmare. So I always tell students to start in the back. Generally, that is where your hair is the curliest. So you want to start in the back of the head in these back 2 quadrants first, and then work your way up. Now, if all 4 of you are working on the doll at the same time, 20 minutes should be plenty of time. Once she's done processing, when you're doing relaxers, you can do a strand test by sort of taking a piece of that hair and knotting it, just sort of taking it and making a little loop knot and seeing if that loop knot stays. If this knot stays, the texture probably still isn't all gone out of there, but if the knot kind of comes out really easily, then we know that the hair has processed and that it is time to go ahead and wash that client. So we put our relaxer on that is highly, highly alkaline. So what we have to do now, just like when we're doing perms, the second step is neutralization. So we have, again, K-Curl. Ta-da! K-Curl neutralization shampoo, okay? And so when you are shampooing this client, so unlike a perm, we're not going to shampoo our perms, right? Because once they are neutralized, we don't shampoo them for a good 48 hours to make sure that that curl stays in there. But what we're gonna do with our neutralizing shampoo is really lather it up and rinse it. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 times. The shampoo should be pink when it goes on, and then as you rinse it out, it should become, the suds should become white, and then you know that neutralization has happened, and your client will have their best results. So From there, you're welcome to go back, take, the yellow bird, put on the comb attachment, go ahead and pick her out and give her a nice flat iron. But just to kind of give you an idea of how I want this process to go, 4 of you working on one of our dolls. We have plenty of dolls for you guys to grab out in the back, but try to get together with 4 people so that poor Miss Maya doesn't have 1 section of her hair or 2 sections of her hair done. Try to use what we have in our doll commodity sparingly and responsibly, so that we can all have a chance to put some relaxer on Miss Maya's hair. So if you guys have questions, I'm always just a message away on Schoology or Remind. Reach out to me, but I'm excited for you guys to get your hands in a little bit of relaxer this week. I hope that we're here some days. I know the weather looks a little bit suspicious, but I hope that you guys are safe. Please, please be safe. I worry about you just like my own kiddos. So please be safe on the roads out there as it gets bad. And I can't wait to see you until we're back in here and having fun in class again. So enjoy your Valentine's Day. And I really hope that I get to see you sometime this week. Bye.